Let's go for day 52 of the UI and UX design training. Today's topic is about wireframes. I watched about 60 minutes of training and I want to share with you what I learned. What is a wireframe? The first step in understanding wireframes is to familiarize yourself with its concept and definition. A wireframe is essentially a two-dimensional map of a product, website, or application that displays the skeleton and main structure of that website or application in a simple manner with limited visual details. If we want to examine wireframes in the real world and find a real-life analogy, they are not unlike a building blueprint. Saving time and costs. The most important point in the application of wireframes in the UI and UX design process is that wireframes are designed simply and at minimal cost. A designer can draft wireframes for different pages of a product using just a pen and paper and can change them repeatedly. So the cost of changing wireframes is very low. You might not believe it, but designing a page can take just a few minutes. Wireframes are generally drawn with the least visual details. There's no use of colors, images, etc. They primarily rely on symbols, lines, and text for their design. Thus, when designing them, the designer doesn't spend time creating visual details, making the design much simpler than the final version of a product. Receiving feedback. Imagine you have fully designed the main page of a website with high detail using a UI/UX design software like XD or Figma and have invested hours in the design process. After presenting the design to the client and reviewing it, the client rejects it or requests extensive changes, leading you to have to repeat the entire design process and lose the time you spent on the initial design. In contrast, if you had sought feedback from the client in the early stages by designing wireframes, which, as mentioned earlier, are drafted quickly, easily, and at minimal cost, you could A. Incorporated all the changes in the wireframes. After receiving the final feedback from the client, you would proceed with the subsequent design stages. If you find the process of becoming a freelance UI and UX designer interesting, support me and subscribe.